Donald Trump is in bed with the white supremacists. There can be no doubt about it. This particular clip basically supports my belief that if Donald Trump himself is not a white supremacist, he damn sure has the fleas of the white supremacists all over him, because he buddies up with all these white supremacists. They all support him. He's hired one of the main guys, the main guy from Breitbart, which is called Alternate Right, home for the white supremacists. The hell with Alternate Right, it's the home for white supremacists. And he's got a guy running his campaign that is a white supremacist. Here's the clip from the Tamron Hall show, substantiating what I've just said.
Yes, half of Trump supporters are racist, and it says few people embrace the racist label. So let's help them. If you are very enthusiastic about a candidate who has based his campaign on scapegoating immigrants, Latinos, and African Americans, talked of banning Muslims from the country, hesitated to disavow the Ku Klux Klan, and employed anti-Semitic imagery, well, you might be a racist.
I mean, that is a key issue. We do know from polling data that over half of Republicans believe that Barack Obama was not born here, so they accept what I would call the racist birther conspiracy theory that Donald Trump was the champion of. They also believe he's a secret Muslim, which also I think has racist connotations. People who are supporting Trump are supporting a guy who Speaker Ryan, the highest elected Republican in Washington, says has made racist remarks. So they're supporting someone who the Speaker says has made racist remarks. So at some point you can look at this and say, well, a lot of those people, if they're not racist, they don't mind hanging out with racists. And even the other day, Donald Trump Jr., making fun of the whole deplorable thing, tweeted out an image of him and others saying, we're the deplorables. Who was in that image? Right. A white nationalist, one of the leaders of the alt-right movement. So there's a lot of hanging out with racists that goes on within the Trump campaign. Are half of all the supporters actually official racists and bigots? I don't know, but they are supporting a guy who's been called out by his own party.
Rick, it was Friday. We have this video from Friday in Washington where the so-called alt-right press conference, literally white supremacist press conference in support of Donald Trump. Richard Spencer, president of the National Policy Institute, that's a white nationalist think tank. Jared Taylor, the editor of the white supremacist site American Renaissance. You have Steve Bannon running this campaign from Breitbart. These people are not just showing up for the coffee and donuts. So why is it so difficult to acknowledge that they have they've been attracted to the Trump-Pence ticket for some reason?
Well, look, no one wants to acknowledge the bad apples that are supporting your campaign, and certainly Hillary Clinton will have some bad apples that are supporting her campaign. I guess I'm asking for moderate Republicans.
I don't expect the campaign to acknowledge this, but moderate Republicans like yourself, those who may be on the fence, who don't like the policies of Hillary Clinton, but certainly don't want to be lumped into this kind of group.
Well, that's right. That's why it wasn't helpful. In fact, I said on this network several weeks ago that the danger that Hillary Clinton has is painting too broad a brush with the Republican Party, because there are a lot of Republicans who are on the fence, and a lot of Republicans who may end up voting for Hillary Clinton. But when she says something like that, it makes it hard for her to do, which is why I suspect that she'll come back out again and try to clarify this remark. And the key is the half. The half is not, clearly half of Donald Trump's supporters are not racist. If they are, this country's in a world of hurt.
Well, guess what? This country's in a world of hurt because half of them, in my opinion, are racist. That's half of the Donald Trump supporters, which leaves 60% of the non-Donald Trump supporters with the ability of not being classified as racist.
David, I am curious how much of this is real life and fake. And I ask this because Rick pointed out in his opinion, half of Donald Trump supporters are not racist. So then I ask, are half of Americans lazy and looking for a handout? Here's what Donald Trump said June 15th, which you on Mother Jones exposed. Let's play what he said.
Right now, they have a disincentive. They have an incentive not to work. The problem we have right now, we have a society that sits back and says we don't have to do anything. And eventually, the 50% cannot carry, and it's unfair to them, but cannot carry the other 50%.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
He's talking about American voters. So when Donald Trump and his supporters get on stage and say Hillary Clinton has insulted his supporters, he's insulting half of the Americans as freeloaders.
Thank you for playing that, because yes, that's exactly what he said in an interview in 2015. It was public, wasn't a secretly recorded video. I assume this is what he believes. He said half of America sits back and does nothing, and he said 50% have to carry the other 50%. So that to me is as deplorable a statement as anything that Hillary Clinton has said about a smaller number of people. Yet he's not getting a lot of attention for that within the media. But now you're doing that, Tamara. Maybe others will pick up too and start asking him, why is he knocking half of America as losers?
Yeah, so Rick, and by the way, that was 2016. That was this summer that this happened. So if Donald Trump is okay saying with 50% are carrying the others who they sit back and not going to do anything. They have no incentive to work. Where's that apology for insulting the American public out there who struggled, who parents, work their tails off to give their kids a fighting chance, and they may not live in the Trump Tower, but they are proud Americans who are working.
Hopefully that particular clip will get a lot of action, because that's Clinton's response to Donald Trump. Yeah, she may have overinflated her numbers as far as who the Trump supporters are, okay, and if you want to call it denigrated them. Donald Trump just denigrated half of the American population. So now who's got the bigger sin? In my opinion, it's Donald Trump.